We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Authorities in Abra and Ilocos Sur have reported injuries and widespread damage to buildings and churches caused by this morning's magnitude 7 earthquake. Elsewhere, schools are also being inspected for earthquake damage as the new school year approaches. Stephanie Sevillano has the story.
Buti hindi pa tayo makyat dun. Meron pa.
Visitors were seen running in this video posted by netizen Edison Adukol as Bantay Bell Tower in Ilocos Sur was not spared from the frightening magnitude 7 earthquake around 8:43 on Wednesday morning. In Bukay Town, 2 were immediately brought to the hospital as they sustained injuries. Meanwhile, poblasyon sa Kawawayangan Road is not passable for 4-wheel vehicles as rocks fell following a landslide. Even houses and churches were damaged in areas in Vigan and Abra. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology or PHIVOLCS, the epicenter was recorded in 2 kilometers northeast of Langangilang, Abra. Intensity 7 was felt in Buklog and Manabo, intensity 6 in Vigan City, parts of Ilocos Sur and Pangasinan. Intensity 5 was recorded in areas in Central Luzon, Manila and Malabon. Quezon City, Taguig, Pasig, Valenzuela and Tabuk felt intensity 4, while several areas in Cavite and Laguna recorded intensity 3. PHIVOLCS Director Renato Soledum said the quake came from the movement of the Abra River Fault, which jolted last 1868.
Ang huling historical earthquake, mga magnitude 4 or less than 5, dito sa Abra River noong 1868. So matagal na. Yun yung tanong mo kanina, no? So talaga kung major earthquake yung ipapakawala, several hundreds of years yan.
Meanwhile, the Department of Education said they are also waiting for the assessment of schools damaged by the earthquake. As of now, local authorities have suspended work and schools in the affected areas. Social Welfare and Development Secretary Erwin Tulfo also arrived in Abra to conduct on-the-ground inspection on damages in the province, as well as ensure speedy relief and aid to affected residents. For the Pna Newsroom, I am Stephanie Sevillano.
More government agencies expressed readiness to respond to the quake-hit areas in Luzon. In a briefing held at the NDRRMC Operations Center in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City, Defense Undersecretary and Officer in Charge Jose Faustino Jr. said the Armed Forces of the Philippines has been instructed to mobilize all of its assets to assist communities that were severely hit by the magnitude 7 earthquake in Abra and other parts of Luzon. Faustino, who is also the chair of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC, is in communication with the head of its regional offices for damage assessment and coordination. He is joined by Executive Secretary Victor Rodriguez, who was also briefed on the updates and actions taken by the LGUs and regional agencies. Faustino confirms that the NDRRMC has allotted 200 million pesos quick response in case the local government units would require support. Meanwhile, further assessment of the damage will be provided by the Philippine Air Force through its aerial inspections. On the ground, the Philippine National Police says all police commanders in Luzon are ordered to collaborate with the local disaster response agencies to maximize assistance to affected residents. And that's the latest from the Pna Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I am William Theo. Good day to all.